Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another real-time video where I'm going to put the page together real time. This is another page kit that I had put together to go to that crop back in April and I didn't get it done. So now I'm going to get it done. And I'm pretty sure this all came out of this paper pad. This is Close Knit by American Craft and I believe it was a crepe paper collection. I love that when, for the longest time, Michaels didn't carry the brands like that. They start carrying Recollection. And then they stopped carrying those brands. And I was so sad. So when I saw that at Michaels, I was pretty excited. So I'm pretty sure that these are all papers from that collection. And I'm going to use this as the background. I love grids or things like that as my background. Grids or writing paper. I guess this is not a grid. Some kind of, I don't know, ledger kind of. Okay, this will be perfect for my journaling card. So we will. And that, I believe, is from Maggie Holmes. Okay. This is the photo. It is a 5x7 photo. So it's going to take a lot of real estate on my pattern paper, and I'm okay with that. I don't know if I'll do something like this. Maybe mat this so that it's bigger, bigger and it matches this. Or I could put it at the top and put this at the bottom with, make two sections. So we shall see. Now, I don't know if I know I'm going to mat my photo, but I don't know if I'm going to mat it in this yellow or in this yellow. This is pretty bright. I think I'm going to mat it in this yellow. And I'm going to mat it in the center of the cardstock so that I can use the rest of the cardstock to mat my whole layout. And I love doing that. And what I do is I just stick it in the center like that. Then I grab my Perfect Layers ruler. These ones here are from Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up doesn't carry them anymore, but We Are Memory Keepers started selling them again. And I can't remember if I linked them in the description box below through Amazon, or, you can go to Simon Says Stamp and you can get it through there. I've seen it there. And they have different versions of it too now. Mine still work well, so I'm not going to be getting the sort of the new updated one. They do have more maybe sizes and stuff. Sometimes I find that the photo is not thick enough, so it doesn't catch, because what happens is there's a little lip on that, and the lip, you butt it up against your photo. Well, sometimes the photo, the way it was printed is the thickness of the paper, I should say, is not very thick. So sometimes you have to sort of ruffle the edge of the photo just to make it a little thicker. And then this will then butt up against it. It's probably one of my favorite tools to use. I used to cut roughly around the photo, and usually it doesn't take this long, but for some reason this thickness of the picture is not very thick, so I have to ruffle all four sides of it. So yeah, I used to just kind of take a knife and just roughly cut around and then put it on my paper trimmer and trim it out, but if I don't have to ruffle the edges, then it goes quicker to do it this way. I'm wondering if I want to cut this down now and matte the whole thing in the yellow. I think I will. I haven't done that in a while, so I'll just take a little bit off of this, not too much. The main reason is, one, it grounds the whole layout, but two, then I'm putting that piece of cardstock in my stash, and it's like barely, you know, the center of it is used, but then I can't really use it for anything else except matting a whole layout, and then it just sits there. So I'd rather just use it. So now I'm just going to glue this down right away. One less thing that I have to worry about. And then I'll look at the rest of the pattern papers and see what else we can do for this layout. Okay, so today is July 25th, and this is going to go up tomorrow. I tried to get this done sort of a day ahead because we are going camping tomorrow. Yay. Not the whole family, but it's still going to be fun. Josh has to work, so he can't come, but we're going with Caitlin and her husband, and I don't know if Jess is coming or not. I'll have to call her later. What else could that tag could be used too for journaling. It'll bring in some blue. I know I want to use that floral because that's just gorgeous. I don't know how I want to use it though. Do I want to put a whole layer of it and lay this over top? I think so. I kind of like that. Okay, so we'll cut this. This is a 5x7, so that's 5 inches. So we'll make it like 6.5. Maybe 7. 7 by 12, because I always can cut it down. I can't add. So we'll cut it a little bigger maybe than what I want it to be. And then I can cut it down. No, I actually kind of like this. That's creepy. There's a face down there. I looked at him like, what? That's a little creepy. Why is there a face there? Okay, move on. Move on from the face. So what was I going to say? So yeah, kind of like that. But by doing that, I know I'm going to want some finishing ends on that for sure. Now I can maybe use some of this. It's only one-sided paper, so I keep looking at the other side to see if maybe I can find something. These are all cut aparts. I think I have enough cut aparts. I don't know. What about that dark blue? If I cut a whole thing of XOXO, that might, it's a big border. It's bigger than what I normally put. But you know what? You gotta change it up. It looked like it had a backside to it, but I think it's just the background to this. Okay. There we go. There. Are they the same size? Nope, I didn't think so. This one's a little bigger, so I'm going to cut a little bit off the edge. Okay, so I get a lot of questions about this trimmer. This is the Caterpillar Crop. I love it. It cuts the paper super straight. There is a learning curve, I will say, but once you get used to it, because there's nothing to hold your paper down, you have to hold it down yourself. But once you get over that learning curve, I find that it works really well. It's the first time that I don't have to, you know, change the blade every bloody week. It's a lifetime blade. I will never have to change the blade again. So yes, it might sound like an expensive trimmer, but when you think the blades were like, what, $10 for a package of 2, and I was going through like a package a month, so 2 blades a month. So that's $10, so that's $120 a year just in blades. And I think I paid $120 for this. And I got this, what, 5 years ago, maybe? And I haven't had to buy any blades since. So I actually saved $500, almost $600, right? So when you look at it that way, it's a pretty good deal. When you don't have to keep replacing the blades over and over and over again. They do sell it on Amazon now, so I'll have it linked in the description box below. Let me see. I'm going to go get my washi tapes because I think I want to put a washi tape on that too. Now, I mentioned that before that I put a whole bunch of washi tape in here, and it was a lot of it is the washi tape that I had grabbed for the crop. Once I came home, I just put them all in here, and now I'm going to try and use them up. So what is that? I do love that one. It's a nice, if I can find it. Am I missing it? Oops. Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's this, and then there's these. So I had 3 on my little recipe card. So what I do is when I get ready for the crop, is I put some washi tape on this, and then as I'm choosing them, I put them maybe like in a basket like this, and then when I pack up for the crop, then I just grab all the washi tapes and just pack them in my stuff, and then take them along. Okay, let's start gluing down. I'm happy with this. We shall glue this down. Yeah, and then it's no guessing games. I don't have to go through all the page kits again and see what washi tapes I want to use and everything. It's just all there. There, the paper was overhanging a little bit, and that's what I love about this trimmer. Look how thin this strip is, and it cut it perfect. Love that. And I was hard on my trimmer. It would probably be even better, but it says not to cut chipboard with it, and guess what I did? I cut chipboard, and for a while it wasn't cutting well at all, but all I did was I did this, and it also has a self-sharpening blade, so when you do that, you're actually sharpening your blade. So I did that for like a long time. Like every time I would come and scrapbook, I would do it like maybe, 20, 30 times, back and forth, until I sharpened my blade again. Okay, where's that other sheet? There it is. And that too is bigger than the cardstock, so I'll have to flip it over. I should have waited. I love this paper collection. And you know, I said I wasn't going to buy any more papers because I have so many pattern papers, but I couldn't pass that up. It was like $12 and it was like 48 sheets of pattern papers. And it's one of my favorite sort of paper companies, Crate Paper. I love them. I love all their stuff. So it's like for $12 and I'm using it already. This is not the first time that I've used it, and it won't be the last. See, I find that those washi tapes are so big. This is what I'm going to try. Okay, let's put this down. I don't like to cut on my blue mat, my American craft mat, because it really messes it up. And I bought this one. And that too, I've had a lot of questions about where I got this mat here. It's a Santoro mat. I don't know if they still have it, but I bought it at Simon Says Stamp. Okay, I want to make sure that it is 12 inches. So I'm going to leave so I can see that little line, because I'm going to use that to sort of make myself straight. I'm going to use this only because it's available. And then I'm going to cut the washi in two. And then I'll make it so it's 1/4 of an inch instead of 1/2 an inch. Because I find sometimes that those 1/2 inch washis, they're too big. And it works really well. Like, the thing is just to keep it so it doesn't move. So by gluing it onto that mat makes it so it doesn't move. And then you can just cut it. And then it fits, I find, better. It's not as overwhelming. It's a nice little size. There. I like that. It's subtle, but I like it. It has all the colors that I've put, or that I have in the pattern paper, except for the pink, but that's okay. It's got blue and yellow in it, which is the sort of the main colors of this layout. Perfect. Okay, so the background is done. Next, I start looking at the embellishments that I have. And I love using these frames as part of my embellishment cluster. Now, before I started the page, I did cut around all of these just because I didn't want to waste time with that, because I had to cut around those and I had to cut around a lot of these labels and stuff. So it only took me a couple of minutes, but I figured that I would get that done. So I have another piece of washi tape there, another frame. Now I only have one of these, which normally I love having two, because then you can cut them up and use them on more than one spot. Now I could use, because it's a circle, but it's a different color. I wish I had another one of these. Let me see. I think I pretty much used all of them, but I'll just look in this, see if there happens to be one lingering. There is, but oh, that's a viewfinder. They're both viewfinders. This is just a different collection. No, there's no more blue ones. Sad. Sad, sad. Okay. Well, I'll just do without. Okay. Maybe I can use that yellow. I think I like this frame. So let's cut this down. Ooh, almost broke it. Okay. Oh, that's not even, wasn't even even. Okay. Now, let's put this down. At least I have circle, circle. It's not yellow, but, or it's not blue, but that's okay. I've mentioned that many, many, many times before. I don't fuss too much about that kind of stuff because, man, we can take a layout that might take us 45 minutes to get done to, it can literally take us, you know, several days if we start doubting everything that we're going to put down. And, you know, let's face it, in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. Okay, so while I'm putting this together, so this is going to be a real-time putting the page kit together. I think I only have, I thought I had about 10, but I must have put some other pages together because when I looked today, it didn't look like 10. So I think next week I'm going to make some page kits for a couple of reasons, because, you know, I'm out of them in my scrap room, but also I'm going to a crop at the end of September. It's just like a bunch of girls that we're all going together. Like, it's not a planned thing. We're just renting a cottage. I think there's 8 of us. And so that'll be fun. And I think I mentioned in one of the videos, but maybe I didn't. Is she in here? Yes. On our trip, I'll talk about it here. On our trip, I met this girl right here. Actually, I'm right next to her. This girl right here. And the first night, we were sitting around the pool, and she had gone for a walk on the beach, and she said, "Oh, you know, that was fun because I met this couple on the beach, and they were from New Orleans or something, and they said that their last name was Boudreau." And she said, but they spell it different than what, you know, how it was spelled when her maiden name. And I'm like, your maiden name is Boudreau? And she's like, yeah. I said, where are you from? Because I thought I heard her say she was from up north where I'm from. And so she tells me, and it's like 20 minutes from where I grew up. And I'm like, my maiden name is Boudreau. And our family, some of them lived where she lived. And I'm like, we might be related. She says, do you think? So anyway, she starts sending messages to one of her aunts on Facebook and stuff. And she was asking me like my father's name, my grandparents, and all this stuff. And my, my parents, my father's siblings, and all this fun stuff. The more information, the easier it is to kind of piece things together. And lo and behold, we are cousins. And as a matter of fact, my dad's brother is really good friends with her godparents. Like they're best friends. So I was like, what? So we hung out a bit on the cruise. We sat at the same table like to eat and stuff, which was fun. I spent, was it Aruba? Yeah, Aruba. I spent the morning with them. Her and Catherine. We walked around Aruba, and that was fun. We went to Starbucks. I went to, what was it? A Broadway show with her. And on the ship. So we did a bunch of stuff, hung out quite a bit on the ship. And then we went, she was going to Crop and Create, and so was I, and that was in March. So I went by her table a few times and chatted with her there. And then we took a picture together at the Crop, and then we looked at each other. We're like, yeah, we're related. We look so much alike. I can't believe it. I see it, like I saw it after. I'm like, oh my gosh, you look just like my aunt. The aunt that everyone thought she was my mom, because that's how much I look so much like her. And so anyway, she's the one that's she's renting the house, and she asked me if I wanted to go. And that way we can get to know each other even more. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Because when we were kids, we did more stuff with my mom's family than we did with my dad's family. So I know my mom's side a whole lot more than my dad's side. Not that we, like, I saw like his mom and dad and his sisters and brothers and that kind of stuff, but no extended families. So, so that's kind of exciting. So I'm looking forward to that. I want to use these birds. So that's fun. And she's super sweet. I think she's just the best. I can't wait to get to know her more. So that's coming up in September. So I want to make page kits for that. And just page kits for my craft room, because I just want to be able to just grab a kit. Like this morning, I had some stuff to do around the house. I did all that. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, gotta go get a page done for tomorrow. And I just grabbed a page kit and I started, which is awesome. Which, by the way, I asked what kind of subject you guys would like for classes, because I offer classes, scrapbooking classes. And a lot of you said making page kits. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on a class about making page kits. And I think, it's going to be 5 different ways to make kits, and then make page kits from that. So starting page kits, like different ways to put page kits together, or kits together, and then make page kits with that. So that'll be ready middle of August. Okay, so I'm using some quick dry adhesive. It's a wet glue. I don't know if it'll work on this guy though, just because of the frame. Okay, so I didn't put a frame there, and the reason I didn't is because the circle is different than that. So I put a frame here and a frame here, so then it puts those two together like they say they belong. And then those two have the blue circle thing. And then these two have the two birds. So then, please stick. So then there's something common in each, but not all, if that makes sense. And then I also put those two things. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this yet, but it's going to be around here somewhere. Just trying to figure out how to, because that's going to bring that yellow that's there in these two. Just don't know how. Oh, there we go. I think I'll put it right like that. So sometimes I don't have stuff that I can divide between the three, but then I divide it in 2, 2, 2, 2. And then that way it still acts like it belongs together. I like that. Let the sun shine in. Do I want to put this there? Maybe up there. We'll just put it there for now. And I love that I have a ton. This is Welcome Home, so I won't use that. This I won't use because it's a typewriter, so I won't use that. And that's why I love making page kits, because now I'm just going through them and I'm going, okay, what can I put in each of the clusters to make it fit together? And then I just divide it between the 3 embellishment clusters. There's a little flag here. Do I want to maybe make another embellishment cluster? I don't know. I like putting them on pictures too. I think I might put it over here, because then, so then instead of having 3, because I have 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 5. So it's still an uneven number. And then I don't know. I thought I took the journaling card out of this. No, I didn't. Oh yes, there it is. This is it. Okay. Of course, on my bag, usually I have the number must have fallen off. So I had to kind of figure out which one went, which card went with this. But this will be the journaling. There we go. Maybe, I don't know. I just, like I said, just make sure that I keep adding stuff in the clusters, and then the fuller they are, the more that they look like that's what you had planned to do. Okay, that's stuck. I think I will do this. Okay, I think I'll just mention too, I've had, again, a few comments about the ads on my videos. And yes, I started putting more ads. I know before it was only at the beginning, and now they're throughout. And I'm gonna, you know, they're sort of, that's how we make a little bit of money. Putting all these, you know, having a YouTube channel, it's a lot of work if you do a lot of videos and stuff. There's not just the filming, but the editing and all that stuff. It does take a lot of time. And it is free. You know, YouTube is free. And that's just a way for us to make a bit of money. And, you know, if one way that you can look at it, you know, do you go to work every day and say, oh, I think today I'll just work for free? No, right? Like we all have to make a living. And I can honestly say that I've only done it now for that 1 month that I've added the extra commercials or ads or whatever. When you think about it too, even on TV, there's commercials, right? And already I've seen a big difference in the amount. And I wish I could, you know, it's still for free for you guys. It's just that just have a few little commercials. There we go. There. Should I? Those are two different tones, so. Oh, that's so big. I wish oh, this is not sticking. Okay. Plan B. Plan B is glue dots, and I don't know if I have. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I gotta have glue dots. I think I must have like 10 of those, and they're all from when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Okay, it's not coming off and sticking onto the wood. Come on now. There. Oh, no, it stuck to my nail. Now, on Sunday, I've had a few people ask me about, you know, my nails and stuff. So I did film doing my nails, and just to show that, you know, I'm no professional. I'll tell you that right now. But it's not that hard. And, you know, it saves quite a bit of money, because to go get your nails done is quite expensive. I've never gone, so, but I think it's like $50, $60. Which, I mean, if I was still working full time, I probably would do that. But being part time, you just have to do stuff on your own a little bit more. For example, we used to get the dog shaved, you know, at a groomer, and now we shave the dog ourselves. We bought a shaver and we shave the dog ourselves. So just a few little things that you have to change when you don't have a full income coming in. And that's, you know, part of the reason too that I turn on the commercials or ads on my videos, is because this is now, you know, it's part of my job now. So, okay. Now, let's find this. That's the journaling card that I did ahead of time. I don't know how I lose my pens all the time. I don't get it. Like, I take out a pen, I do one journaling thing with it, and then next time I come over, I can't find the pen. So I'm going to do this, and then I'll do the splatters because if I do the splatters first, then I put my hand all over it and make a mess. So this was in San Juan. This was part of our 4.5-hour tour. And he stopped there and said, "Do you want me to take a picture of you guys?" And it's just beautiful. Like look at all. It's just beautiful. So we all went outside and he took our picture. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful day. It was a beautiful vacation. It was just, we had such good weather. Oh, am I going to have enough room? I think I'm just... There. That's awesome. I don't... Should I just put San Juan maybe? I don't think I've put any with the title San Juan on any of my... So I think I will. Now, what color? Gold. I don't use gold a lot, so if gold will fit here, I will use it. And it does, so I will. I'm not a big gold fan. I think I bought these to see if, you know, if I could use them. Kind of step out of my comfort zone. Use stuff that I don't normally use. There. Oops. I don't need that eye. So the cruise that we're going on next year, my husband and I, we're leaving San Juan again, but we're not staying there extra, so we won't get to visit San Juan. We're actually, we have a layover of 20 hours or something, but it's going to be in Atlanta, which I'm fine with that. We're actually, you know, we get there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We don't leave till 9:30 in the morning. Like, we bought our tickets already. And that's going to be awesome, because then now we're going to visit Atlanta, which I've never been there, so it'll be good. Okay, what do I want? I want yellow and blue. Sure, yellow and blue. I don't have a lot of blue on that layout, but we'll make it work. So I'm going to use some colorings. Well, this one's a colorings from Shimmers. It's Well Blew Me Down. And this is also Shimmers. These are Vibez. And this one's called Glorious Day. I haven't bought anything of that nature forever. Like anything scrapbooking. I think I bought that, like I said, that paper pad. And that has been it. I bought stuff in March. Really trying to use stuff that's in my stash. It's working out pretty good. So this fall, I'm only planning on going to that one retreat, you know, which is going to be at the end of September. And that'll be it. That'll be it for this year. There. Now I wonder if I should put the year on this somewhere. How about if I put it right there? That would have been February 2019. Awesome. Okay, well that's it. I think I've mentioned everything while I'm picking up here, but that layout came together fairly quickly. And you know, whenever you're in a scrapbooking slump or something like that, going to a layout that you know that you like I like putting down a strip of pattern paper, adding some borders, and then just taking whatever embellishments are in the page kit and making my embellishment clusters. I love that. I love just going with what is in the kit. And then once you get a few layouts under your belt, hopefully the scrapbooking slump is done, and then you feel like scrapbooking again. So that's it, guys. That's going to complete this layout, and I want to thank you so much for watching.